Hi friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to study the scales in the fishes. So in vertebrate animal, the body is externally covered by the exoskeleton. So in the fishes, the exoskeleton is in the form of the scales. The scales are derived from the mesodermis, that is dermis in the origin. So in the fishes, the scales are divided into two types. One is called as placoid scale and second is called as non-placoid scales. The first type is the placoid scale. The placoid scales, these are plate-like scales and these are peculiarity of the shark fishes. That is, these are present in the scoliodon, these are present in the skates and the other shark fishes. Now, this placoid scale has double origin. That is, these are partly derived from the epidermis and these are partly derived from the dermis. Now, these placoid scales are divided into two parts. The projected part, this is called as trident spine, while the embedded part, this is called as basal plate. Now, this projected portion, it shows the three lobes, that is the median spine and the two are the lateral spine, while the basal plate, this is embedded in the mesoderm, that is in the dermis layer, and the ventral surface, it consists of the pulp cavity. The pulp cavity contains the blood vessels, the nerve fibers, lymph channels and the special cells which form the scales. These cells are called as odontoblast. The projected portion, this is called as spine. The spine is formed by the cement-like substance, this is called as dentine, while this is covered by the enamel-like substance and this covering is called as heterodentine. So this first type, this is called as placoid scale. The second type, that is the non-placoid scale. The non-placoid scale, these are not plate-like, but these are translucent in the nature. So non-placoid scales, or basically it has a bony ridges and the bony ridges are of two types. One is called as cycloid scale and the second is called as ctenoid scale. First of all, we'll see the cycloid scale. The cycloid scale or the bony ridges, this is the peculiarity of the bony fishes that is present in the fishes which having the bony endoskeleton. Therefore, these are present in the bony fishes like Katla or the Labeo or the Mrigal. Now, these cycloid scale are exactly not a circular, but these are flat structures. Then the cycloid scale, it shows the central portion. This is called as nucleus or this is also called as focus. On the posterior and the anterior field, it shows the ridges and furrows and there are grooves. These grooves are also called as radii. In the central part, it shows the concentric lines of the growth. From these lines, we can calculate the age of the fishes. So, cycloid scale has two fields. One is a posterior field. So, this is exposed portion. On the surface of the body of the fishes, we can see this surface. And second is the anterior surface or anterior field. This field is embedded in the body of the fishes or the skin of the fishes. The second type of these bony ridges is the ctenoid scale. The ctenoid scales are very much similar to the cycloid scale, but the difference is that on the posterior field, it has teeth-like processes and the teeth-like processes are called as cteni. Otherwise, the remaining structure is the same, that is anterior field, and this cteni, this is posterior field. Then the central part, this is called as nucleus or focus. Then we see here the concentric lines of the growth. Then there are the radii, that is the grooves present on the one side of the scale. And these scales are generally found in the perch or the mackerel fishes. So this is the second type of the bony ridges or the elliptoid scale. Then the third main type is the ganoid scales. The ganoid scale, this is present in the Polypterus and the Accipenser. Now these scales are present in these fishes and they shows the rhomboidal-like structure or diamond-shaped structure. Now these scales fit to each other from their surface and for the fitting they show the peg and the socket. Now in the ganoid scale, if you see the TS of this ganoid scale, then it has 4 layers. The lower layer, this is called as spongy bone layer. Then there is the isopedine. Then isopedine is followed by the cosmine layer, and the uppermost layer is called as ganoid layer. So ganoid layer is the outermost layer, while spongy bone layer is the lowermost layer of this ganoid scale. And the fourth type, that is called as cosmoid scale. The cosmoid scale are not present in the present fishes, with some modification in the dipnoid. That is, in the dipnoid, the cosmoid scales are present, but in the dipnoid, the chemical layer that is called as cosmine, that cosmine is lost in case of the dipnoid fishes. Now, these cosmoid scales were present in the extinct fishes, that is called as crossopterygi. So it shows the rod-like structure, and this is used for the attachment, and there is a expanded part, this is exposed part of this fish. Now, if you see the tears or the section of the scale, then it contains the lowermost layer, that is the spongy bone layer, isopedine, the cosmine, and the uppermost layer of the scale, that is called as vitrodentine. So vitrodentine is present in this scale as a uppermost layer, and this is followed by the cosmine layer. The cosmine is the chemical substance that is present into the scale. Therefore, these scales are called as cosmoid scale. So all about this is the types of these scales. Now, the scales, what are the functions of the scale? First of all, the scales are used for the protection of the fishes. Secondly, the mucus is deposited on the scale, therefore it avoids the friction. Then it escapes from the predators. So this is also used for it has a taxonomic importance, that is for the classification of the fishes. So these are some uses of the scales in the case of the fishes. If you like this topic, then you like it, subscribe it, and watch my channel. Thank you.